Hey Super Geeks, few people know this, but the real creator of Batman died without recognition. While one man became rich and famous, the other was forgotten in the shadows. But today, we're going to reveal the truth behind the Dark Knight. The story of the genius who truly gave life to Batman. His name? Bill Finger. Today's video will tell the story of one of Batman's true creators, the brilliant writer behind the world's greatest detective and the original Green Lantern. So stick around, because we're about to uncover the life of this legendary writer. Let's get into it. Milton Bill Finger, better known as Bill Finger, was born on February 8, 1914, in Denver, Colorado. He was the son of Jewish parents who immigrated to the United States in 1907. He spent most of his childhood in New York City, where he graduated from DeWitt Clinton High School in 1933. It was there that he met another future comic book legend, Bob Kane, who would later become his partner in creating one of the greatest heroes of all time. Unfortunately, that partnership would end very badly for one of them. In the beginning, Bill Finger worked in the comic book industry as just an aspiring writer, while also working part-time as a shoe salesman. One night, at a party, he met his old friend Bob Kane again. A little while later, in 1938, Kane invited Finger to join his new studio as a ghostwriter for the comic strips Rusty and Clip Carson. Then, in 1939, a hero appeared who would change comic book history forever: Superman. Superman's success made Bob Kane eager to create a character that could also make him money. When National Comics, which would later become DC Comics, asked Kane to come up with a hero similar to Superman, he drew a rough sketch. A man with red tights, no gloves, small bat-like wings, and a simple mask, swinging from a rope. Underneath him was a big title, Batman. But Kane knew something was missing, so he showed the idea to Bill Finger, and that meeting changed everything. Finger redesigned the entire character. He removed the red colors and replaced them with dark gray and black, gave him a cowl with pointed ears, swapped the stiff wings for a flowing cape, added a utility belt, and even created the bat symbol on his chest. And that's how the Batman we know today was born. While Finger wrote the first stories, Bob Kane illustrated them. Batman's debut came in Detective Comics number 27 in May 1939, but sadly, only Bob Kane received official credit. Finger remained invisible, while Kane became famous and wealthy. Even so, Bill Finger continued working for DC Comics for many years, co-creating the first Green Lantern, Alan Scott, alongside artist Martin Nodal, a partnership that lasted 7 years. Finger also co-wrote movies like Death Comes to Planet Iden, The Green Slime, and Track of the Moon Beast, and wrote scripts for TV shows like Hawaiian Eye and 77 Sunset Strip. Bill Finger was married twice. With his first wife, Portia, he had a son named Frederick Finger. His second marriage was to Lynn Simmons in the late 1960s, but they separated before his death. On January 18, 1974, at the age of 60, Bill Finger's friend Charles Sinclair went to visit him, only to find that the writer had passed away. For a long time, people believed Bill had been buried as an unknown pauper. But the truth is that his son Fred Finger honored his father's last wish. He had him cremated and spread his ashes on a beach in Oregon, drawing a bat symbol in the sand and letting the ocean carry them away. Bill Finger wasn't just responsible for perfecting Batman's costume, he also came up with Bruce Wayne's name. He combined the first name, Bruce, from the Scottish patriot Robert Bruce, and Wayne, from Mad Anthony Wayne, a military figure from the American Revolution, both names reflecting nobility and heroism. Finger co-created Dick Grayson, the first Robin, alongside artist Jerry Robinson, after deciding Batman needed someone to talk to. He also helped create the Joker, Catwoman, the Penguin, the Riddler, Two-Face, Scarecrow, Clayface, and even Calendar Man. He created the Batcave, the Batmobile, named Gotham City, and introduced items like the T-Rex robot and the giant coin in the Batcave. He even helped develop Ace the Bat Hound, Batwoman, and the original Batgirl, Betty Kane. Outside of Batman, he worked on Superman comics, where he created Lana Lang, and on All Winners Comics number 19, 1946, for Timely Comics, which would later become Marvel, where he created the All Winners Squad. For decades, Bill Finger's name was erased from history. Even after his death, Bob Kane was the only one officially credited as Batman's creator. Kane had signed a contract with National Comics guaranteeing that only he would ever receive credit, not Finger. It wasn't until 2016, with the release of Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, that Bill Finger finally received official credit as co-creator of Batman. This only happened thanks to Finger's granddaughter, Athena Finger, and director Don Argott, who exposed the truth in the documentary Batman and Bill. Bill Finger was one of the most important writers of DC's golden age of comics, and the creative force behind much of Batman's world and mythology. He revolutionized comic storytelling and helped shape the early Green Lantern universe. His imagination and creativity defined the tone and heart of the Batman universe, and even today, his influence lives on in every story about Gotham City. So, Super Geeks, what did you think of today's video? Let us know in the comments which writer or artist you'd like to see next here on the channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more geek content. See you in the next video.